Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Philip. So if this is your first video, thanks for joining us. So today we're going to do a quick how-to on to do sublimation onto sequin pillows. So something fairly easy, fun to do. So hope you enjoy. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and get updates on my newest videos. So without further ado. So what I have here today is we're going to be putting the Maryland Craft Supply quick little logo on there. So first things first is what we're going to do is file. So once you get your design, obviously, so print, and right now I got to change the size real quick. Fit the page. Let's do portrait. So I want it as big as I can get it. I think 39%. No, I think I can do bigger than that. 40%. So my design's much bigger than obviously a sheet of paper that's 8.5 by 11, which is what I'm using today. So I'm just trying to create what would be the best size without having to. I think that's gonna work. Without obviously it's not cutting off. So going to print. It's going to open up. So what I use is Virtuoso Print Manager, which is something that comes with the Sawgrass printer. So it automatically, if you see right here, it automatically mirrors it. You can actually click on it right there and unclick it, and then it will unmirror it, but that's not what we want, just in case your file's like mirrored or something like that. And so substrate, you have all these different options. I'm just going to go with polyester fabric. That's what I normally use. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I normally use that for this scenario. So that's what we're going to do today. Text print our paper, auto tray. There's only one tray. So, well, all I got to do is hit print. And it comes up with, yep. So if you haven't seen any of my previous videos saying that I don't have an authorized cart in the printer, which is because I'm using aftermarket ink. I'm actually using what's called Ink Owl, and what it is it's ink that is not meant for, it's not the original stuff. And what I'm doing now, right now I'm hitting this, it says, do I want to continue? Yes. I know it's not Sawgrass, it's going to maintain it, and then it's going to print it out. So the price for the cartridges, which are right here, and this ink is $175, and I can fill these just about 2 times for each one of these bottles. With the ink that comes with the printer, costs $340 just for the ink alone, for and that's only about half of one of these. So the printer was right around $600 and everything like that. So if I was to buy the ink twice, it's more than the printer costs. So the printer's about a year old now, so the risk involved is pretty low to me. So obviously I didn't buy the extended warranty. 1 year's warranty is what's on it, so honestly it's pretty much out of warranty anyways. So came out, so we got the print, and it says Maryland Craft Supply. It's got the crab. So this is going to be what we use to put our design on the sequin pillow. So if I go on over to the sequin pillow, it's right here, and so there's 2 different sizes to this. So let's open this up. Alright, so there's a white side to this, and there's a gold side to this. So flip side. So we'll see. So when you put the design on the white and you flip it over, it goes away. The only one it doesn't really go away on is the unicorn or translucent pinks. It's kind of hard. So just pretty much I'm going to flip, the sequin pillows, sequins the way they need to go. And I like putting the zipper on the bottom. That's just a personal preference of mine. Obviously it just all depends, do you want them to go like this and have the design go like that? And actually, for today's situation, I'm going to put this zipper on now. do I want to put the zipper on the top? Yeah, I like to put it on the bottom, but you know what? For today's situation, I'm just going to put it on the side. So then when they flip, we can do it like that. Just for a cool effect. So what we're going to do is you take the sublimation and you put it right down on the pillow. And then I like to use this tape, which is heat transfer tape, which is, you know, transfer tape. Not transfer tape. Thinking vinyl. This is just, you know, heat press tape. So you can put this exactly where you want it, get it lined up where you want, and then put it, you know, tape it down. Now the one thing to be careful about is you don't want to tape too much. You just want to just enough so that it doesn't move on you. Because when you pull these off, you want to pull them off as a heat pull. So I'm going to put a little tab on one of these, so when I pull this up, I can pull this up and just pull it up all together and not get stuck. So I got a little handle right there. So I'm going to do that. So one thing we got to do is I got to plug in my heat press. Plug that sucker in. Alrighty. So for doing sequin pillows, I like using light pressure. So I'm going to pull up a little bit on this and set it for 385. And for this, we're actually going to do it for 40 seconds. So open that up, and we're going to let that heat up. Alright, so while we let the heat press warm up, which can probably take about 30 minutes or so, just want to talk to you briefly about the products I use. So the paper I use is Texpreneur, and I buy it in both the 8.5 by 11 and also the 8.5 by 14. So these are the two sizes that I primarily use. There's other sizes that you can use for, like, if you have the bigger SG800, stuff like that, or also they have mug sizes and all kinds of other stuff. So the Sawgrass SG400 is the printer that I use. Like I was describing to you beforehand, open this up and see these are the original Subjet HD. This is what actually came with the printer. So I'm actually using two different types of inks right now, which is fine. But this is the SG, the Subjet HD ink that comes with it. A pack of these alone is $340 for just a pack of 4. So what I use is Ink Owl. So if you actually look, you can actually see the ink. And that's the ink inside of there. So pretty much what you do is you take a syringe and you dip it inside of, you know, the ink bottle. You put it in there, and then this little hole right here that's capped off, that's where you inject the ink in, and then you fill it up for about an inch from the top. So that's actually, I've been using this for quite a bit. And look, that's still pretty good right there. I can tell you one negative thing is that if I bring you over to the printer and you see it right there, oh God, it's wanting me to do this. Yeah, you see what it's asking me. It's now it's going to do a quick maintenance run through. So when you're using the original, when you're using the original cartridges, you can actually see the ink levels, but when you're using the aftermarket stuff, you can't. That's one thing they slap you on the wrist for, and that's the waste tank. So this is still the original waste tank. It's been here for a year, and honestly, it's not even halfway full yet. So I have an extra one that I bought. I figured that this was going to get full pretty quickly, running through, do maintenance. I always do a deep clean once a day just to keep everything good. I want all my prints great. I don't want to mess anything up. You know, it's a small budget, it's small, you know, small price to pay to make sure everything's perfect. So that is my quick how-to, and also, well, not the quick how-to. This is my quick, you know, trying to speed us things up, trying to let you know what I use. So without further ado, let's get back to the press and press this awesome sequin pillow, alright? Alright guys, so heat press is now set at 385. I have it set for 40 seconds. So one thing you want to do before you start printing, before you use the, you know, sublimation, is parchment paper or Teflon tape. Teflon sheets. I prefer using the parchment paper. So I'm going to put that on the bottom platen, just to protect the bottom platen and everything else. Do you really need it? Yeah, I use it. It doesn't cost that much, just to protect the back from everything else. So get this down. Alright. So then I'm going to grab the substrate, which is today's the sequin pillow. So went and grabbed that. So I'm going to put that right in the middle. So here's the sublimation print that we affixed to it. Sequin pillow, perfect. And then we're going to put parchment paper on top. So what the parchment paper on top is to protect the heat platen from the sublimation, because the sublimation is going to withdraw ink back once we apply pressure. So I'm going to slide that in there, and I'm going to press down, and this is going to be down for 40 seconds. So while that's happening, the heat press that I'm using is Heat Press Nation's Craft Pro. I love it. It's because it's got the slide out and everything. Get your hands, away from the heat and everything. So that's what I use. So I'll put a link in the description for this heat press, along with also link in the description to the website for the sequin pillows. And if you need the sublimation prints, I can do customization, custom ones, or you can pick from several of the other ones that are on the website. So you can check that out. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep. Pull this out, and we're going to want to pull this as a hot peel. So very careful. This sequins are very, very hot. So I'm going to pull this nice. Just don't ever let it fall back down. And look at that. That looks great. Doesn't it? Look at that. Nice, vibrant colors. So let's take this over here and let that cool down for a second. It's still very hot. But as you can see, now we can flip them over. Now it's gold. And then what you do is you get a pillow insert that goes inside of this. But look at that, it's all gone. And take this and you just go right back. Really cool little idea for, definitely for birthdays or, for gifts and stuff like that. They're definitely a great little addition. Definitely an awesome thing you can add to your business. But there you go. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have lots of more of how-tos and stuff I do around the shop. More stuff that I have here. The vinyl, the HTV, using 651 Oracle, adhesive vinyl, stuff like that. So, yeah. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm going to add a link in the descriptions below, the things that I've used today. And, I hope you have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace out, everyone.